Hi, welcome to my channel. My name is Julia. If you like this video, don't forget to press like, subscribe to my channel. If you want to support the making of these videos, check out my Patreon page in the description box below. Thank you so much to all my Patreons and supporters. Without you, I could not make these videos. Today, I would like to talk about the health benefits of spending time in nature. For me, it is my go-to place when I feel stressed out. I know I have to spend some time alone in nature to recharge my batteries. And it feels like I'm coming home. It's a place that is outside of me, but also inside of me. And so somehow I've distanced myself from that due to too much stress and distractions. Studies have shown that people who spend a minimum of 2 hours in a natural environment are much more likely to report good physical health as well as psychological well-being. And this seems to be the threshold. Anything less than 2 hours is not enough in 1 week. And I'm very fortunate. I live in New Zealand, the capital, Wellington, but still I am surrounded by nature. Wherever I go, I can see the hills, I can get a glimpse of the ocean. I guess this is the price to pay for living on the other side of the world. And the climate can be pretty harsh, but I think it's worth it. One of the reasons why studies have shown that nature is such a great antidote to stress is because our attention can be much more relaxed and effortless compared to when we are in a busy city with so much noise and distraction. Studies have shown that people can pay attention much more broadly and less effortful, and that also relaxes the body and the mind. And I think this is the natural state of our awareness, broad and effortless. And this is why for me it feels like I'm coming home. In our daily life, we are usually constantly concerned with solving a problem, from getting out of bed to getting our body ready, to preparing the food, solving problems at work, caring for the family, etc., etc. And all these problems kind of relate to a micro situation in our life. So when we step out into nature, we kind of literally open up this space and we can put things into a much wider perspective, like into the perspective of our entire life, or even beyond that. The sun, it is shining for all the lives on the entire planet. And this can be very comforting. As in nature, we have reminders of so many great virtues that we can find reflected also in our own selves, and that sometimes just get buried under too much stress. So for instance, we can sometimes be really consumed by a problem. We think about it day and night. It affects our sleeping, our eating, our health. And when we step into nature, we can be really reminded that, for instance, all things pass. So the sun, it was rising and setting with other problems that came and went away. The moon, it rose and it set with other problems that came and now they are gone. So we are reminded that things are passing. There are also great reminders of endurance. If we think about the trees, they withstand whatever weather is thrown at them. They still stand tall. So there's a certain spatial intelligence in nature in terms of wideness. We can put things into perspective. Also in terms of time, of all things passing, just like the clouds in the sky are appearing and disappearing. Nature is also such a great reminder of a sense of eternity when we look at all the things that surround us. The sky above our head, the earth beneath our feet. It has been the same before we came into this body, and it still will be the same after we leave the body. We have witnessed people being born and passing while we look at the same sky. And this is why it gives us such a great sense of relief when we look at these kind of things. Because consciously or unconsciously, it reminds us that this fear of dying, which probably underlies all other fears in essence, is unfounded. Because we are reminded of a sense of eternity, which is also the nature of our own soul. Studies have shown that the aerosols in the forest inhaled during a walk enhance the level of NK cells, natural killer cells in the immune system, which fight cancer and infections. In Japanese research, walking in the woods has been referred as forest bathing, which is very poetic and significant. And they have conducted an experiment by emitting essential oils from cedar in a hotel room while people were sleeping. And they reported a significant spike in NK cells in the body. I think we can all confirm the health benefits of providing fresh oxygen to our body and brain. When dealing with a problem, we often say, "Let me clear my head," stepping outside to get some fresh air. Fresh oxygen is essential for maintaining a healthy brain function, for growth and healing in general. The brain uses 3 times as much oxygen for a healthy neuron function as muscles do. It is extremely sensitive towards the decrease in oxygen. 20% of all the oxygen that we breathe in is used for the brain only. So increasing the amount of fresh air you get, you are promoting optimal function for your brain. You are helping yourself to be able to think more clearly, to concentrate and focus much better. It is not surprising, perhaps, that studies have shown the great benefits of exposure to a natural environment with regards to attention deficit disorder, but also with regards to aggression. Spending more time in a natural environment significantly reduces the crime rate. So there are some pacifying qualities about nature. We often refer to it as Mother Nature to express those benevolent and nurturing attributes. So why does it make us feel calm and peaceful? Well, there are natural disasters like floods and hurricanes, but they are not really meant personally or intentionally. Unlike in society with capitalism in particular, or any form of institution really, which often are based on corruption, dishonesty, personal gain at the expense of other people. In nature, on the other hand, we feel safe. We feel part of. We feel essentially cared for, and not on the basis of a currency. And these are potentials of our own heart that we are consciously or unconsciously yearning for and striving towards. Ideally, we draw from these healing energies of nature to nourish our own hearts and to replenish our energies. But we are also inspired to translate them into our own actions towards other people and the world. Nature is an antidote for stress. It lowers the blood pressure, the stress hormone levels. It reduces the arousal of the nervous system. It reduces anxiety. Nature gives hope, a sense of belonging, clarity of mind. It lifts the mood. It strengthens the immune system. So please join me in my meditation of nature. Namaste.